Auzubillahi minash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad. Kama sallaita ala Ibrahima wa ala ali Ibrahima. Innaka Hamidum Majid. Allahumma barik ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad. Kama barakta ala Ibrahima wa ala ali Ibrahima. Innaka Hamidum Majid. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbana zidna ilma ya muqallibul qulub sabbit qalbi ala dinik. Amin. Today we will do Surah Quraysh. Let's start the surah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful. Li-ila-fi Quraysh, because of the familiarity of the Quraysh, ila-fihim rihlatish-shita'i was-sayf, their familiarity with traveling in winter and summer. فَلْيَعْبُدُوا رَبَّ هَذَا الْبَيْتِ, they ought to worship the Rabb of this house. الَّذِي أَطْعَمَهُم مِّن جُوعٍ وَآمَنَهُم مِّن خَوْفٍ وَآمَنَهُم مِّنْ خَوْفٍ, who fed them in their hunger and gave them safety from fear. In explanation, the writer said Allah Ta'ala commanded his Khalil friend Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam to reconstruct the Kaaba in Makkah. The Hajj pilgrimage to the Kaaba had been taking place long before Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam came into the world. Because the Quraysh lived in Makkah, where the Kaaba was situated, the Arabs held them in high esteem even though they were mushrikeen. Everyone regarded the Kaaba to be Baitullah, that is the house of Allah. Although the Arabs were accustomed in looting and fighting each other, no one ever attacked the people of Makkah because they lived around the Kaaba. Allah Ta'ala says in Surah Ankabut, do they not see that we have made the haram peaceful, whereas people are being ravaged around them? So they believe in falsehood and show ingratitude for Allah's bounties. Surah 29 and ayat number is 67. When the people of the elephants was destroyed and the incident became popular, the Arabs began to have been more reverse of the people of Makkah. Even the people of their areas began to respect them. Makkah is a barren area. The ground is covered in rocks, water is scarce, and so is vegetation. There were barely any means of survival there. From ancient times, the people of Makkah traveled to Sham in the north and Yemen in the south to get what they needed. Their caravans annually made a winter trip to Yemen and summer trip to Sham. From there, they used to bring some foods and other articles which they sold. In fact, the famous incident when the Roman Emperor Hercules questioned Hazrat Abu Sufyan Raziyallahu Ta'ala anhu about Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam took place when the latter was on one of these journeys. Allah Ta'ala had therefore made these trade journey of the Quraysh a meaning by which their clothing and food requirements were met. At the same time, their safety was ensured by the presence of the Kaaba. It is for this reason that Surah Quraysh follows Surah Fil. Allah Ta'ala reminds the Quraysh that He had ensured the safety of Kaaba by sending the birds to destroy the army of Ibrahim. By doing this, the safety of the Quraysh was also ensured because people respected them for their relationship with the Kaaba. As a result, the Quraysh were free to travel wherever in Arabia wherever in Arabia without fear of being waylaid or looted. As they traveled to Sham and Yemen, none would lay hand on them because of the respect they had for them. It was therefore easy for them to transport to Makkah whatever they needed. Allah reminds them of these favors so they so that they realize that they have to be grateful to Allah and that they ought to worship the Rabb of this house who fed them in their hunger and gave them safety from fear. To worship other beings while enjoying all the bounties of Allah is an act of extreme ingratitude. Thing to be noted here is that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam belonged to the Banu Hashim clan, which was an offshoot of the Quraysh tribe. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam's grandfather was known by the title Abu Muttalib, although his name was Sheba. His father was Amr bin Abdul Manaf, whose title was Hashim. It is for this reason that his clan become known as the Banu Hashim, the children of Hashim. The name of Amir bin Abdul Manaf's father, that is Abdul Manaf, was Mughira bin Kusa. After him, the lineage is as follows. Kusa, the son of Kilab, the son of Murrah, the son of Kaab, the son of Louis, the son of Ghalib, the son of father, the son of Malik, the son of Nazar, the son of Kinana. While some ulama mentioned that Quraysh was the title of father bin Malik, father, the son of Malik, other ulama say that it was definitely the title of Nazar bin Kinana, Nazar the son of Kinana. In this book, Al-Bidaya wa Nihaya, Allama Ibn Kathir rahimullah has mentioned the proof for each opinion but has preferred the second opinion and has also quoted an authentic hadith in support of this opinion. Therefore, the lineage of Nazar bin Kinana are called the Quraysh. Some ulama state that the word Quraysh is the diminutive form of the word Quraysh. When Hazrat Muawiyah Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu asked Hazrat Abdullah bin Abbas Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu the meaning of the word Quraysh, he replied that it was the name of a powerful sea creature who eat all other large and small creatures in the sea. The Quraysh were called by this name because they were a powerful tribe who overpowered other tribes. The word also conveyed the meaning of unity. It is therefore said that because Quraysh bin Kalab was the first person to unite various tribes to live in the Haram, he was given this title. According to others, the word Quraysh refers to earning a living by trade. The Quraysh received this title because trade was their occupation. The word Quraysh also has the meaning of search. It is recorded that Nazar bin Kanana used to search for the poor and assist them. During the Hajj season, he and his sons used to search for the needy and give them so much wealth that it lasted them until they reached their homes. It is for this reason that the tribe received the title of Quraysh. Allah knows best. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his cousin Hazrat Ali and Hazrat Jafar raziyallahu ta'ala anhu, as well as their uncle Hazrat Abbas raziyallahu ta'ala anhu, Hazrat Aqil, Hazrat Hamza, all belong to the Banu Hashim clan. Although Hazrat Abu Bakr raziyallahu ta'ala anhu, Hazrat Umar raziyallahu ta'ala anhu, and Hazrat Usman raziyallahu ta'ala anhu did not belong to the Banu Hashim clan, they all belong to Quraysh. Hazrat Wasla bin Aska Raziyallahu ta'ala anhu narrates that he heard Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, "Verily Allah select Kanana from the progeny of Hazrat Ismail alayhi salam and select Quraysh from the offspring of Kanana. From the Quraysh, Allah selected the Banu Hashim and then selected me from the Banu Hashim." Narrated by Muslim. The Quraysh did not accept Islam for a long while after Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam started propagating the message. They persecuted Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and forced him to leave Makkah. However, Allah guided them to accept Islam and they rendered great services to Islam, planting the banner of Islam in the lands of great empires. Among the great generals of Quraysh to accept Islam were Hazrat Khalid bin Walid and Hazrat Umar bin As. The Sunan Abu Dawud salam quotes the dua of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in which he supplicated to Allah saying, "O Allah, you had made the early members of the Quraysh taste punishment and calamities, now grant prosperity to the later generation." Allah accepted this dua and granted great favors to Quraysh together with using them for tremendous services to Deen. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned that Khalifa should remain within the ranks of Quraysh. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam also mentioned that as long as Quraysh are steadfast upon the truth, Allah will disgrace those who harbor enmity for them. In another hadith, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that the deen of Islam shall remain dominant under the leadership of 12 Khalifas, all of them from the Quraysh. Khalifa ought to have remained within the Ummah. The monarchy and now democracy have crept into the Ummah, causing their downfall. Unfortunately, nowadays many so-called Muslims are claiming leadership for the Muslims, although they attach titles of Qurayshi, Siddiqui, Usmani, Alvi, etc. So their names, these are restricted to names because it is very difficult to detect any trace of Islam in them. Neither do they look like Muslims nor do they behave like Muslims. When they have lost their identities as Muslims, they cannot hope to command respect among the Muslims. What can be expected when such people led the Muslims who broke to every command of their kufr mentors? May Allah guide the Ummah. Ameen. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Allahumma ighfir li muslimina wal muslimat wal mu'minina wal mu'minat. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.